Greetings. Greetings. I'll turn this camera. Greetings. This is MaSunGoddess777. What's going on? Back up here. Trinetta Rogers. Trinetta Rogers, say her name. That's the lady in North Carolina whose house was taken by the HOA for a $420,000 house for her owing a few $100s to the HOA, and she didn't even know that they were taking her house. Was it Trinetta Rogers? Miss Rogers, say her name. Y'all content creators, get this out. Trinetta, let me make sure I'm saying the name right. Trinetta Rogers. Trinetta Rogers. Trinetta Rogers. Hi Rogers. Trinetta Rogers. House was taken in Pitt County. House was taken in 2022. A $420,000 house for a failed HOA payment that she wasn't even notified about. Trinetta Rogers. Miss Trinetta Rogers is an older lady, a grandmother of Pitt County. Her house was taken by the HOA in 2022. She didn't even know. The owner called her and told her that they bought her house for a $420,000 house that she had lived in for 12 years and that she had paid for. Paid for it straight out. No mortgage loans or taxes due or nothing. It was the HOA on them $1,400. And upon the investigation of the attorney, it was found that they have done this to other people for even as low as $900, taking their homes. They took the people homes in Pitt County, the HOA. Y'all got to be careful when you buying these houses and moving to these HOAs and stuff. With these HOAs, you have to be careful because it's, even renting, you have to be careful because some of these counties, the judges will side with the landlords and the HOAs and stuff. They have a lot of power. You'd be surprised in some of these places the power that the landlords and the I'm outside on my balcony. I guess I'm gonna I gotta spruce it up. I gotta spruce it up, but hey, it's nice. I'm out here getting this sunshine on my balcony. I had a flower out here, but my flower died. I gotta put some more flowers out here. I think I'm gonna put me some lights and stuff. Yeah. Just looking at the sun. Looking at the sun. Looking at the scenery up high. Looking at the trees. Yeah. So yeah, Trinetta Rogers. She lost her home in Pitt County because of the HOA didn't notify her. She had it paid straight out. $420,000 home. They sold it and auctioned it off without her even knowing for $200,000. And this has happened to other people with this same HOA for owing as little as $900. Miss Trinetta Rogers had her home paid off. She owed no taxes, paid for it straight out, was living there for 12 years. This is an elderly grandmother. If you go look at my thumbnail, that's her picture up there, and that's the house on the thumbnail with the lady, the older lady. So yeah, it's just terrible. They've done this. This is nothing new. This is nothing new, and they've done this. They've been doing this all through time, stealing, stealing and using that pen, gangsters with a pen, what I call it. And they don't know when to stop. They just keep on going and paying legislature, passing laws, and that's why. I don't know. I don't know all this. I'm tired of being up here talking. I mean, when I was an activist, I would be out there, but a lot of times I'd be out there by myself. You know, people they'll say stuff, but they won't actually get out there. And you shouldn't get out there and put your life at risk. Don't go out there. Don't. I've done it. I've been out there in the forefront and all that physical stuff. It's not time now. It's a frequency and a spiritual battle now. If it come to it, we might gotta get down. But if I gotta get down, I'm gonna get down. She running with the dog. If I gotta get down, then I'm gonna get down. But I'll save the best for last and just do my spiritual stuff, because all that stuff crashing out, it is not gonna help nothing. And you gotta have like a seriously trained army to go up against them folks in the physical, you know. But in the spiritual, you know, they know some stuff, but it's certain stuff they can't connect to. They got the AI and all that, but they can't. They don't have no soul. I'm not talking about everybody. I'm talking about those groups of people that, you know, those evil ones. They working off of being controlled by the distant body. So, you know, we just gonna have to wake up even more. We waking up. We gonna have to wake up even more and really pull together and help each other, even with the knowledge, the spiritual stuff. If we gotta stand together with all the battles. The battle is won, but it's won in the spiritual. But you know, you can't let nobody just take your stuff like that. You can't. Where her family at down there? I mean, where? I'm not saying they should go and do nothing illegal or anything like that, but I don't know. That's rough. That's a wealth. Somebody take your house that's valued at that price. That's taking the wealth from her grandkids, from her children. That's a house that she could pass down through the generations. That has affected. That's interfering with their wealth. That's what's happened with a lot of our people, by the land and the properties and stuff being stolen. It made it where our wealth level is low because of that land theft and all that type of stuff. Because, you know, land is resources. You know, land is like priceless. You can do so much with land. So that's what has happened. Imagine if she don't get that back. The loss for her children, the loss for her grandchildren, the loss for her that affects the generations. And the person that purchased that house, they're gonna use that to build their assets. Something that was taken unfairly away from Miss Trinetta Rogers in Pitt County. I'm talking about the house that was taken, the $420,000 house that she paid for straight out. She had the house for like 12 years. And the HOA has taken her house. It's happening in Pitt County. I just want to get up here and say something about that again while I'm out here getting me some sun and some fun in the sun. Yeah, I gotta let y'all see my face sometimes. 1 second. I gotta make sure. Yeah. But yeah, Trinetta Rogers, say her name, the lady in Pitt County, that house was taken. They just talking about them Epstein files. We knew about them Epstein files and who was up there years ago. But everybody said it was a conspiracy theory. I ain't thinking about that mess, but y'all better be careful looking at the corn with a P, because they say that they put in the horrendous acts in those corn skits and stuff. And you know, once you see stuff like that happening, it's real, but it's looking like it's played out, but it's actually acts that happened on that island. You can get possessed. You know, them things can attach to you and all that. So be careful. Just beware. Be careful. Yep. What y'all been up to on this Thursday? Talk to your pets. What is this AI doing? Hey, I don't know. Anyway. Yeah, it's really nice out here. I'm enjoying it. It wasn't this quiet in times past, but it is now. I seen the times I couldn't come out here because my neighbor would have the dogs and stuff barking at me on my on my balcony. So this is nice. This is nice. It really is. Really is. And the sun is actually just setting. Getting ready to set. Well, yeah. So yeah, Miss Trinetta Rogers. It's nice. The weather is nice. A beautiful day. Such a beautiful, beautiful day. A beautiful day in the neighborhood. Will you be my neighbor? Yes, beautiful out here today. Yep. Just out here talking to the trees and connecting to nature and just being grateful and enjoying it. Enjoying everything. Nothing. I got nothing, no smoke, nothing bad to say. Just grateful. I'm up here grateful. I don't have to, I'm not talking about Clarissa Shields and Papoose, which I think she has a great boxing skill. I don't think you should be worrying about whether somebody got on eyelashes and makeup and hair and all that. Because when she boxes, she's sweating it all off anyway. I mean, you need to be able to embrace yourself natural and all that good stuff. So, and what else? Cardi B and Stephon Diggs, Nicki Minaj and her political decisions. Shit. None of my concern, none of my affair. Yeah, but hey, I think I know why she did it, because she got that machine. She been fucking with that machine, talking junk to that machine. And when I say the machine, I'm talking about J to the Z and his group. So yeah, she needs some power backing or whatever, which I just listen to these people music, look at their movies. I'm not all into, how you let me down and I worship you and all that. So, well, this has been My Sun Goddess. I just want to check in with everybody. I'll be back soon. I'm out.